I was almost going to say, can we call for a rematch? As it looks like we could be going the distance.
You see,
constant action from two jumbo heavyweights. Amazing. 10 seconds left to go. Arreola tries to...
You see, the thing about Chris Arreola is he's a very skilled boxer. And when I say boxer, he has some technical ability, but it's always his work ethic, his mentality towards training. For example, the highest he's been in his career is 263, and I believe that was in 2009. The lowest he's been in his career was very early in his career, was about 220. This fight he weighed in at 262 and a quarter. So you think in his last fight, for example, 10 months ago, he was in very good shape at 239 pounds. So since then, since May, he fought Bermane Stiverne in May of 2014. Since then, he's put on he's coming in 20 plus 23, closer to 24 pounds heavier than that fight. So when you look at the fact that he had a very exciting heavyweight, one of the best heavyweight fights you'll see in a while, up there to the level of Mike Perez versus Magomed Abdusalamov, and let's hope that both of these fighters are okay. Even though, like fans, we had our bloodthirst filled with the Perez versus Abdusalamov fight. Still, it was a tragedy. You know, it's sad even when you read every single article about it. I'm talking about as far as the condition of Abdusalamov, and the pain that their family is and his family's going through right now, and the pain he's going through. So this fight was up there as far as excitement. Very exciting fight. And Chris Arreola is always an exciting fights. Even though when it comes to his major fights, he loses his major fights. For example, Tomas Adamic, Vitaly Klitschko, Bermane Stiverne, and Bermane Stiverne twice. And you think, will he ever get to the next level? He did have that win over Seth Mitchell, put an end to Seth Mitchell's BS career, in my opinion. But you think, will he ever get to that world champion level? For example, can he beat Vladimir Klitschko? No. Can he beat Deontay Wilder? Maybe yes. You get me? Styles make fights. You know, he would do better, in my opinion, against Wilder than Bermane Stiverne. But the thing is, what would happen is these guys took some crazy shots. I'm going to show you a bit. I'm going to show you a brief replay. T-Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com. T-Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe. Brief replay going. Crazy, right? See, these are 260 pound guys. Curtis Harper is 262. 265. Whereas in Chris Arreola, as I said, is a little bit over 262. Now, in my opinion, okay, well, we're going to talk about the fight, but let's listen to the commentary first.
Our crowd will react one way or another toward...
Let me rewind it back a little bit. Listen to the commentary.
We thought we would have a...
Please subscribe. T-Street Controversy.
Instead, two men closer to 300 pounds than they are 200 pounds go the distance, 8 full rounds.
This is why you watch boxing, is to have two warriors leave everything in the ring. That's what they did.
Nigel had it even going into the final round. Nigel Collins gave the final round to Arreola. He has a 1-point victory. Will the official scorekeepers agree?
I have the same way.
Dramatic, and the hometown crowd will...
The knockdown in the last round decided the fight for Chris Arreola to me. We're going to talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, will go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Eddie Hernandez, scores the fight 76 to 75. Your second judge, Fernando Villarreal, sees the fight 78 to 73. Your third and final judge, Pat Russell, scores the fight 77 to 74. All to the winner by unanimous decision from Riverside, California, the Stiverne.
Now, a guy like Chris Arreola, you don't get him in a post-fight interview if you're trying to appeal to the PG or the PG audience is what it's looking like right now.
The action and the outcome that they wanted.
I watched the fight. I don't remember if he got a post-fight interview or not. But I'm gonna mute it. See if he gets one. See, you have to rate the fight two different ways. Good win for Chris Arreola. Also, you know, he showed that he can take some tough shots because, as I said, as you saw the little brief replay right there, highlights, these guys took some crazy shots. So, skill-wise, you have to rank it up against his opponent. For example, Curtis Harper, you know, we found out he was fighting Curtis Harper about 2-3 weeks ago. Right now, it's March the 13th, 2015. Curtis Harper, 12-4 with 8 KOs. Hasn't fought anyone of note, even though he is a young fighter as far as, you know, 20 years old. He hasn't fought anyone of note. So you think, well, how do you rate this performance of Chris Arreola? It was an exciting fight, but what do you take from it? I take from it that, well, if Chris Arreola would have still been in the same shape he was when he fought or took this fight as seriously in training as he took the Bermane Stiverne fight, maybe when he knocked down Curtis Harper in the first round, you know, he could have finished him off in the first round or definitely the second round. And that's basically what I take away from the fight. I take away, well, if he was in better shape, the fight wouldn't have went to distance, you know. So, I am T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live of RealCombatMedia.com. What's next for Chris Arreola? You know, with Antonio Tarver right there ringside calling the fight. If Chris Arreola is going to be fighting on Spike TV, I would like to see Chris Arreola versus Antonio Tarver. Will it happen? I doubt it would happen. You know what I see more likely happening? I see more likely, for some reason, maybe Chris Arreola getting another WBC title shot. Maybe, I don't know. You know, you really never know these days. You know, with the magic Al Heyman can work. But as far as maybe, you know, a third fight with Bermane Stiverne, would you watch that? We can talk about maybe Shannon Briggs, maybe the winner of Cunningham versus Glasgow. You know, put that IBF #1 contender slot up. Who else? Amir Mansour. I would love to see Chris Arreola versus a Tyson Fury. You know, so there's some big fights out there for him that maybe possibly he can win. But you know, he makes things hard for himself. You know, by not keeping himself in shape. And, you know, one fight, he's in good shape. You know, the next fight, he's up there in 260 pounds. You know, that's crazy. You know, but, like I said, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live on RealCombatMedia.com. I cover every single major fight live. No matter what time it is, no matter what day, no matter where it's at, I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. T-Street Controversy, T-Street Controversy Live.